It's Hey Coach with Tim Simpson, Rashard Collins, and Jamal Mondane. Three coaches and friends talk about sports, life, and everything in between.
Hey everybody, how are we doing? Welcome to the first official episode of Hey Coach with Coach Tim Simpson, Jay Mondane, and Rashard Collins. We are about to get into it, so let me welcome my co-host right now, Rashard Collins, Jay Mondane. Guys, how are we doing?
I'm good.
Doing pretty good, man. Ready to get started.
Man, I'm beyond ready to get started. So let's not keep the people waiting. Let's give them what they want. Let's jump right into it. Okay, I want to get you guys' thoughts on my man, because both of y'all know I'm a huge Patriot fan. Have been for the longest. I love my man Tom Brady. So let's jump right into it with his retirement. Okay, Tom Brady, big time. You know what I'm saying? Got drafted by the New England Patriots in 20. Oh my God, 2000. Good God Almighty! Oh my God, that's been so long. After 2000, he was a 6th-round pick, 199th pick by the New England Patriots. He played there from 2000 to 2019. Okay, and after that, seemingly everybody thought he was going to retire. Went in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and 2 straight playoff appearances. Became the first NFL franchise to actually host a Super Bowl and win it. Okay, now Tom Brady is the man. I don't care what anybody else got to say. I don't care what nobody else got to say. Tom Brady is the man. All right. Now, this man has 7 Super Bowl wins? Yeah, he's had 7 Super Bowls, 5 Super Bowl MVPs, 3 league MVPs, 2 Offensive Players of the Year, NFL Comeback Player of the Year in 2009. He's a 3-time first team All-Pro, 3-time second team All-Pro, 15-time Pro Bowler. He's led the league in passing touchdowns 5 times. He's led the league in passing yards 4 times, and has led the league in passer rating twice. Okay, gentlemen, I need to know what your thoughts are. Jay, why don't you lead us off?
Tom Brady retiring. It came at the right time. His career's expanded over 2 decades. You know, there's generations of people that are out now, grown-ups, that don't even know NFL without Tom Brady. So it's just crazy. Mind-boggling. He's broken so many records. I think he's leaving at the right time. You know, not too many athletes, especially football players, can leave on their own terms, healthy, still with good memory, still good body, ready to move on to the next phase of their life. So I think he's leaving at the right time. You know, we heard conflicting reports about, you know, his family's wanting him to leave, or, you know, his retirement got leaked too early. He may come back. My personal opinion is he should retire. I mean, he's done everything he needs to do. He has nothing else to prove. You know, he's considered the greatest of all time. Just kind of ride off into the sunset, I think. So we'll see what happens, though.
Yeah, what you got for us, Rashard?
I agree with it. He to be drafted so low and so late. Like, I hate that I didn't do the research. Like, what other quarterbacks got drafted in the same draft? Can imagine that. Who was the first quarterback taken off the board in the same draft? That'd be interesting for people to look up. Being a Raider fan, hated the tuck. We ain't gonna get into it. Hated that, but the man was solid, man. You coming from Michigan? I think who was he behind? Henny or whoever the baseball player was, the dude. I mean, Tom Brady, bro. Like Jay just said, the right time on his own terms. He didn't go out on an injury. You know what I mean? Like, how you walk away? How you walk away from New England? So they trying to figure out if you or the coach are the reason why this whole thing is going. Both of y'all are really making this thing run, and then you just call your boy Gronk like, "Yo, hey, I'm coming to Florida." What? And then you go and win this thing? Come on, man. Who's trying to do that now? Aaron Rodgers don't really want to jump out there and try to do that. So Tom Brady, man, that dude. Hey, give him whatever title you want to, GOAT, or I mean, if not, I mean, who else you calling a GOAT, bro? This cat, he had comeback player of the year. Ain't that funny? When you read that, I laughed. I like, oh yeah, he got injured. Matt Castle,
Yeah.
winning record.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
ain't that the year they got screwed? They went 11-5 and didn't go to the playoffs?
Yes.
Or am I missing it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. You're right.
You know, I mean,
Now, I would say this on both.
Tom Brady, comeback player of the year, bro.
Look, I would say this on both of you guys made two really good points. Okay, both of y'all made two really good points. Jay, you alluded to, people talking about his retirement. Maybe got leaked too early. This is that. And then, Rashad, you had talked about, the simple fact that, what I'm saying, he's like, oh man, he went to this, he went to this new team. This is that. Okay, I'm gonna hit you with first this Jay. Okay, so you had mentioned that his retirement is supposedly got leaked a little bit too early, and a lot of people are saying that.
Yeah.
So let me pose this question to you guys. Now, there's been a few reports leaking around that Tom Brady, OTB12, said he was retiring, but not very many people really actually heard him say the word retirement. Okay, he didn't really actually say the word retirement.
He hasn't submitted his paperwork.
Right. Now, so here's the rumor that's floating around. Okay. Everybody knows Tom Brady, California boy. What would you guys say to if Tom Brady decided, you know what? I don't want to retire. How about I go play for the 49ers?
That would be awesome.
Of seeing Tom Brady in a 49er jersey.
That would be awesome, because I think he could damn near do the same thing he did with Tampa Bay.
Now listen. Here's what I want to say. Here's what I want to say before I really unleash this. I'm not taking anything from Jimmy G. Jimmy G is a great quarterback. Let's not forget. Jimmy G, Brady's backup in New England. Okay, and the only reason why he ended up in San Francisco, Robert Kraft was so adamant about Tom Brady being his boy. He didn't want Belichick to move on from Tom Brady at the time, even though Belichick in his mind, which I think Belichick is the greatest NFL coach to ever coach the game, the way he has done it and has done it for so long, and how he looks and says, you know what, hey, I can get everything I can get out of this player right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm already looking towards the future. Belichick is one of the greatest to ever do it. Okay, so keeping that in mind, I'm looking at it, and not only did he had Jimmy G, and he had what's his name, Brissett? Was it Brissett?
Jacoby Brissett? Yeah.
Jacoby Brissett. Two are really good quarterbacks. Jimmy G, I think, was an excellent quarterback, and if Jimmy G was able to stay in New England probably never would have had the. I don't think if Jimmy G stayed in New England and Tom Brady exited, I don't think New England would ever have dropped off. Now, here's what I'll say, because I'm not trying to promote a team like that, but I'm unbelievably surprised at the success that they had this year with a rookie quarterback. I had no idea who Matt Jones was. I had no idea. I apologize to you, Mac. MJ, I'm so sorry. I apologize if you watch this. I hope you do. But if you do, I'm so sorry. I won't lose faith. But now, when Renard talks about who was the real factor in New England winning championship, was it Belichick? Now you have to question, because Brady went on and won the Super Bowl the first time he moved over to Tampa Bay. However, look at what happened this year. No one expected New England to make the playoffs with a rookie quarterback.
Yeah,
So
that's true. I
is,
think that's the question.
hit it, Jay.
Go ahead. I was going
No,
to say,
hit
I
it.
think that's a question that's an answer that's remained to be seen, right? Because if Brady retired, he went to another team, won a Super Bowl, and now he might be gone. So in the immediate future, it's like, okay, Brady is the reason that they won all these championships. We won't be able to
Right.
see what happens in New England until Belichick is no longer coaching New England. Because if he eventually wins the Super Bowl, then we're back at square one. Now, if he retires and they never win again, then we got our answer. So I think it's going to be long
Thank you.
term. But we know that he definitely, Brady's already answered the question on his side. We know New England
Yes.
needed Brady to win the Super Bowl, obviously, right? But now we're going to find out if Belichick can win a Super Bowl with his guys, with any quarterback. So that remains to be seen.
What do you got, Rashard?
Okay, hold on. My question. Let's back it up because nobody ever brings this up.
Oh, boy,
What did they see that Tom Brady was about to fall off to where they needed to replace him with Jimmy G? What was Brady a failure? It's too dark. I can tell that right now. What? I mean, think about it, y'all. Like the organization was going to replace Tom Brady. Was he falling off? He wasn't coming off no injury. What? I mean, it wasn't like they had Lamar Jackson coming behind him. Like that trips me out, bro. Like think about that.
I'm gonna say this. Rashard. Okay, this is what I'm gonna say. It wasn't the organization. It was Belichick. Belichick was looking.
Robert Kraft wanted to keep him.
Now, Robert Kraft, yeah. I said that, and Robert Kraft wanted to keep him. And I get it. I understand that. But Belichick was like, okay, yeah, I may be able to win 1 or 2 more Super Bowls with him. That's great. But, however, if I really want the quarterback of the future for this organization, and he had 2 really good ones that could have carried on the mantle. Okay? He did. He already had them in place. When Robert Kraft said that, he said, you know what? I'm going to gut this whole roster. Everybody need to think back to what happened after that whole interaction happened with Robert Kraft and Belichick. Belichick cleared that roster. He said, no, that's all right. That's cool. We're going to get rid of him. That's fine. And you know what? I'm not giving Tom Brady any other weapons. And he didn't. Guess what? Now, this is where the argument really begins. Because he didn't give me any more weapons, Tom Brady still took that team to the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. He's crucial, man. The dude
that speaks to Tom Brady's greatness, right? Right. But guess what? Any more Tom Brady's coming along at that point in time. Now, Jay just really said something that really got me. Depending on how long Belichick stays, is really going to tell the tale of, was it Belichick or was it Tom Brady? Because Mac Jones quarterback. Now, if Belichick retires in the next year or 2, I will be really interested to see how great of a quarterback Mac Jones is after that.
Yep.
That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
Bama don't produce no good quarterbacks no way. Half they squads. I'm getting off the subject for a quick second. They really not. Like Henry, he a beast. I mean, like, bruh, like quarterbacks from Bama that like are legit in the league. Yeah, it's like being a Clipper fan, baby. It ain't happening. We can get all the number 1 picks we want to. Ain't gonna do nothing with them. You leave it alone.
Right.
Stop.
Straight bait.
Here for real.
No more
like you just said, I didn't know who that dude was. But the hater in me that Cam got dropped behind that boy. But Cam wasn't producing, and that ain't the topic. That's not the topic. It's Tom Brady.
I think that was the best. I think that was. I agree with you. I was a little upset about it.
I wanted that dude to fail, bro. I wanted that dude to fail, y'all. Like real talk. I wanted them to lose every freaking game because of the quarterback that y'all chose, and he shut the hell up. And I'm like, all right,
Rashard, I'm with you on that, and I'm a Patriot fan. I was like, you know what? That's Cam Newton, man. Cam Newton's my boy.
Newton.
I want him to be successful.
Superman, baby.
Man, it's Cam.
Y'all serious?
Get that stuff. I don't care about nothing. Cam Newton's going to
Bro,
succeed.
I wanted them
And I
boys
was
to
like,
lose
when they gave
every
him, they got
damn
Mac Jones. I was like, oh, bro,
game.
forget Mac Jones. Who's
I
Mac
said
Jones?
he got to be nice though. He
ain't Mike Jones.
beat out Cam. I said this cat got to be
Yeah.
this kid got to be something, man. I didn't pay
But you
attention,
know what?
bro. I promise you, I didn't know him
That's
at
Belichick's great
Alabama
mind.
like that.
No.
I didn't know him.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't
No.
know him like that. Let's
No.
cut ties with Cam. Let's go ahead
No.
and get rid of him. You ain't got to keep hearing
No.
that when y'all gonna play Cam. What's going on with Cam?
I know. Okay. We gotta move on. Okay, so I want to get you guys' thoughts on the Super Bowl. Okay. Now we all know the Rams ended up winning 23-20 over the Cincinnati Bengals. Okay. Now, number one, I was not surprised the Rams were in it. Okay, I was not surprised the Rams at all were in the game. I was a little bit surprised about Cincinnati. Because it was what Joe Burrow was what, second year?
Second.
It was the second
Yeah.
year, right? Second year. So I was a little surprised about that. Now I knew with Jay Chase, I knew that chemistry was going to be there because they played together in college. So I knew that chemistry was going to be there, but it was the rest of everything else. The rest of the offense, the defense. You know, they still had some questions. I was a little bit skeptical about that. You know, and how they fought, this is that. But when I saw Joe Cool play against the Tennessee Titans and how much abuse he took playing against them boys, and they still won, I had no more questions about the Bengals. Now, before we get to the, everybody's talking about the halftime. Everybody know we already been on the everybody was talking about the halftime, this and that. Even a whole week, I still talking about the halftime. I'm gonna ask you guys. Okay, Rashard, I'm gonna start with you, and then we're gonna go to Jay. Here's what I'm gonna ask: who you think is the favorite for next season? Is it one of these two teams, or is it someone else? Rashard, we're gonna go to you.
I think Bengals because they're gonna they about to break bread. They're gonna pay some money. They're gonna get some. They're gonna get a line. But they played against Tennessee. You said, what we said, eight or nine times, y'all, and they still won the game.
12.
8 or 9 times.
You was talking
I'm cussing
12.
all of y'all out, bro. I'm not. Y'all. This is what we not about to do. I'm cussing the center ain't got nothing to do with this dude, the left tackle. All of y'all getting cussed out. They're gonna address the line. So we're here in Houston. They're talking about getting. I think his name is Larry Tunsil. He's a left tackle. He came from Miami.
Yeah.
They're talking about getting him to Cincinnati. They're about to address the holes in this line. Bro, y'all got to realize, man, Mixon, after the incident at Oklahoma with the chick at the restaurant, the bar, they didn't want him. Love him in Cincinnati. They've been trash. Cincinnati ain't been nothing since what? Husmanzada? People forget Ocho played for him.
Icky Woods.
Before that, though. Think about Husmanzada, Ocho played. I mean,
Carson Palmer,
Bengals can go, bro. They can go. They got a squad, bro. This boy came off of an injury mid-season last year. He did his thing at LSU. First of all, he started at Ohio State, the boy from Cleveland. You get what I'm saying? He couldn't break the roster at Ohio State behind some cats that can't even break a starting NFL job. Haskins, get your shit together at Pittsburgh. Bro, I know my shit, bro. You couldn't do that. And then you went to an SEC team and won the championship? Bro. And now they about to build a line around this boy. And it's not an act. The cool shit, it's not an act. The boy from the Midwest, we all from the Midwest, we all cool. It's not an act, bro. The Bengals are set. Bro, who now? You want to go to Cincinnati? What you want to go to Tampa Bay for? Brady ain't going to be there. What you want to go play for? Bengals is a top choice for some of these free agents.
You're right. Jay, I'm going to go to you real quick before we take a break.
All right, so I'll be quick. With my favorite, I agree with Rashard. Next year, Cincinnati got to be the favorite. They're young. They're healthy. They're going to address the offensive line. They have cap space. Laramie Tunsil is a good pick. He's been an All-Pro, been a Pro Bowler. They get him healthy, get him out of the situation in Houston. Basically, that's turning into football Siberia. So get him out of there. He'll actually go somewhere and want to play football for a winning team. In the NFC, I don't think the Rams will be able to come back. They got the opposite situation in Cincinnati. No cap space. They're going to have to blow it all up. Von Miller want to get paid. OBJ might have a ACL tear, so he's done. So a lot of these dudes may be gone. Andrew Whitworth retired, their left tackle. So it'll be hard to bring everybody back and repeat. So you got to go with the early favorite with Cincinnati.
Okay.
But you know what?
I agree with
just
both
to jump
points.
in here, just to jump in. Proud of Matt Stafford, man. I watched him play at Georgia, man. Sean McVay looked like he looked like a genius, man. He gave up the quarterback that they drafted. Like, nah, you got to move, baby. We want you. Stafford, bro. He didn't go after Brady. He didn't go after Rodgers. He didn't go after Russell. Matt Stafford. Everybody kind of looking like, well, yo, the dude ain't really bad. Now, if you think about it.
And I'll say this real quick. Let me say this real quick. Jared Goff is not a scrub. He's not really a scrub. I'm not gonna say that, but he was not a great fit for him in LA. Right. I think, you know what I'm saying, if Detroit really goes all in on him, I think it's a better fit for him in Detroit than it was in LA. And I can't believe I'm saying that, but I think it actually really
Detroit
is.
Needs to keep him.
So
Detroit needs to keep Goff.
Okay,
they play for their coach. They really play for their coach.
Yeah, they do.
They really
do.
Hold on. Think about it. Stafford got Megatron Hall of Fame, and he got Cup damn near one of the greatest receivers. That's Stafford, baby.
It really was. All right. Okay. So, hey, this first part of the show, great. All right. So we're gonna take a quick commercial break. All right. We gotta pay some bills. You know what I'm saying? Because I got lights and electricity I need to keep on. So we're gonna pay some bills real quick, and we'll be right back with more Hey Coach with Coach Tim Simpson, Rashard Collins, and Jamal Mundane. All right, everybody. Welcome back to Hey Coach. I'm Coach Tim Simpson with Rashard Collins and Jamal Mundane. Guys, I know we talked about, Tom Brady's retirement. We talked about the Super Bowl. What are y'all thoughts on the halftime show? Because this has been a great debate. You know what I'm saying? For people talking about, the halftime show, this wasn't that great, blah, 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 whatever. Okay. First of all, grow up. The halftime show brought me back to a time, first of all, when my body was young. That's number one. When my body was young and I could actually do some things. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just saying. I don't speak for me, but I speak for a lot of people in America. My body was young. I could do some things. I almost pulled my dickies out. You know what I'm saying? The whole dicky outfit. I was out to get the crip walk on this. Yeah, I was ready to get it. Okay, so, all right, Jay, what was your thoughts on the halftime performance, baby?
The one word you can use is nostalgia, right? Brought everybody to the couch. These last few Super Bowl halftime shows ain't been that good. COVID kind of messed up last year's because there wasn't really any fans in the crowd. You couldn't really have any interaction, nobody on the field. This one, I mean, it's star-studded. You got legends everywhere. I mean, you got Dre, Snoop, Kendrick, Eminem, and 50 coming hanging upside down. Everybody went crazy when you saw that. Mary J. Blige. So I mean, all-star cast. They did great. Nobody met. There weren't any slip-ups or anything like that, or no wardrobe malfunctions. None of that. So I think it went good. They did classic songs. Dre, he controlled the tempo of the whole halftime. They did songs that people knew, so the crowd can recite the lyrics. Everybody in my house was reciting the lyrics to the song, so we loved it. It was a good halftime. I mean, it wasn't Prince. Prince was in the rain and didn't get wet. It wasn't that, but you know what I mean? But it was still a good one, though.
Right.
It was top three, probably top 2 or 3 halftime shows for me, for sure.
Yeah. Now I would say this right before we go real quick to Rashard. Like when I knew it was Mary J. Like look, I have a story about Mary J. Because like right before I joined the military, which is in 2004, the last concert I went to as a civilian was a Mary J. concert, Mary J. Blige concert, and she was in Kansas City. And it was so crazy, right? I'm like, oh man, I'm about to go see Mary J. That was cool in itself. The concert was great. She did all her stuff, man. I love Mary J. Blige. Please, Mary J. or somebody who's close to Mary J. Somebody get this portion of the show to Mary J. Anyways, she was on and she did her thing, right? So we go to the after party. I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? Get my little drink on, you know what I'm saying? I go to the bar to get some drinks, you know, me and my boys, you know what I'm saying? And a few ladies we had with us. I turn around and I bump into somebody, my drink spill. I was like, oh man, come on, man. I look up, Mary J. Blige. Bumped into me.
Oh,
What?
wow.
Knocked all my drinks off. Guess what she said?
She hip checked
Oh,
you.
baby, I'm so sorry.
You got hip checked by
She
Mary
said,
J.
I'm so
Blige.
sorry. Yes. And I look, I was like, oh, you Mary J. Blige. I almost started crying. And she's like, baby, yo, I love you, Mary.
You was emotional.
Yeah, I got emotional. Hey, I was like Carl Tom. Emotion make you cry sometimes. But look, man, yo, I got emotional like crazy, man. And she's like, hey, whatever you had, just get him a new drinks. And they doubled up on the drinks, you know what I'm saying? So I brought everybody. They was like, yo, man, what happened, man? What took so long? I was like, Mary J. Mary J. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. That was like when I don't care about anybody else I've met. When she bumped into me like that, and then to see her on halftime of the Super Bowl, I'm like, man, this is crazy. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut y'all.
What year was that, Tim? What year was that? What year was
2003.
that bumped into?
Well, no, 2004. 2004.
Okay, so
I joined.
She wasn't married yet. She was about to be. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So
my take on the Super Bowl, man.
So yeah.
Okay, my take on the Super Bowl, which was kind of cool. I was at my boy's crib, Hispanic cat, and I'm watching the Super Bowl. My homegirl from college, Verditra, she was like, I got to get my clothes ready for the concert. I'm like, you going to a concert on Sunday? She's like, no, I'm talking about the halftime show. I was like, she was like, I'm talking about the halftime show. I was like, man, I was driving home from work, listening to a radio station, and Eminem was like, I'm nervous. I'm like, what the fuck is this dude nervous? Eminem's like, I'm nervous. He said, because Dre's trying to make it epic. Dre's trying to make it to where it beats Prince, Michael, Whitney, yada, yada. I think Whitney just did the national anthem, right? She didn't do a halftime show, or am I tripping? She just did the national anthem, right?
No, she did the national anthem. Yeah, but she
just did the national anthem.
Right. So
she was flawless.
Eminem was like, I'm nervous. Right. Eminem's like, I'm nervous. I'm looking like, wow, for somebody of that stature, in my mind, to say I'm nervous. He said, I'm glad my name is not, his shit is on Drake. This ain't got nothing to do with me. He said, the production's about to be ridiculous. But when you think about it, he was like, it's not just me at halftime. It's me, Snoop, everybody else, Mary, you know what I'm saying, Dre. He never said 50 because none of us knew 50 was coming. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick,
yeah, that was surprised.
You know what I'm saying? They never said anything. So, and to see them boys up there as straight up gangsters, quote unquote thugs, hustlers, Crip walk, bro. I'm looking like, I'm looking at everybody at the house like, y'all see the whole gang production that's going on. So they said the buildings were actual buildings in LA. The white building, like we saw it, is just like, okay, what is this? They were storefronts of actual buildings in LA where anybody from LA would recognize, because you got to think it wasn't on a revolving stage. They only showed it from one view. So
right,
certain people were able to see exactly what it was, and certain people were able to see the open side. So, I mean, come on, man. You had Mary J out there, Dre, come on, man. 50. Everybody like, oh, they're from LA. I don't understand. I'm looking like you don't understand the correlation between Dre and Eminem, 50 and Eminem, 50 and Dre. Mary J just Mary J. Like Kendrick from there. But my thing is, hold on. The next city, Hey, y'all, your R&B people or your rappers got to get it in. They come to Houston, it's gonna have to be Slim Thug and goddamn not Pimp C, but UGK. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna have to be people.
Right.
They done already set
Yeah.
the bar.
Yeah.
It's like Tiger Woods. The bar is way too high right now, bro. You go to New York, it's got to be the heavy hitters. You go to Atlanta, it's got to be outcasts, and it's got to be. That's my take on the Super Bowl. They set the bar.
Yeah.
What's everybody else going to do? And I know so many cities can hold that.
Yeah, you're right.
Jay, what you
Absolutely. And it's got to be in a, well, no, I agree with Rashad 100%. It's got to be in, most of the time, the Super Bowl going to be in a warm weather climate, right? So Atlanta will get it back, and then the Dome, New Orleans, you got to have cash money. Like, you got to get Lil Wayne. You got to get the top caliber people from that city. So I'm excited to see what the next Super Bowl will be after this, because you know somebody gonna try to top it. And the fact that it was a hip hop halftime show, it wasn't like a hip hop segment and then a bunch of R&B or one guitars and then featuring Snoop. Like, it was an all hip hop halftime show. So just for the culture right there, to get a halftime show that's all hip hop and it went off smooth, they just set the bar.
Yes. They did. They set the bar.
And that's
they set the bar.
Okay. And that's, yeah, I agree with y'all wholeheartedly. I agree with y'all wholeheartedly on that. I mean, it was a great halftime show. I get some get it because, you know, they're looking at, this is the music today. Blah, 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 blah. But you know what? At the time, for what was going on, I think, you know, perfect. It was perfect timing. I just think it was just perfect timing for all of that stuff. I really do. But we need to move on. Okay? We need to move on. We need to jump into NBA. Now, this is something we all very familiar with. We all, you know what I'm saying? Because like these two, and for most people that don't know, Jamal Mundane, he played for me as a player when I coached the Kansas City Soul. Rashard Collins, we played together on the All-Army basketball team. We was over in Iraq, and we was doing our thing. Hey, won the championship, baby. Did we win it? Did we win it? Did we win it?
Hey, we won it in the team. Hey, hold on. Hey, Jay, this is funny. We win it, right? 2 games before the playoffs. I don't even think Tim even remembers. I don't know if he was on leave or not, bro. 2 games before the playoffs, the whole team was like, "I'm not running with us next season. This is it." Do you remember that?
I already took leave. I already took leave, so I was there. Yes,
bro,
I remember this.
We all looked at each other in the faces like, "We cool, we hoop, but I'm not running with y'all next season. So let's just go ahead and go win it." And we literally did, bro. And it was, can you imagine me passing you the rock? And I know, like, next season, you don't really give a damn. But we balled.
Y'all had the last dance.
We had the last dance. We was last dance before the last dance. We was last dance
Tim brought me
before they
on
decided before they had to say the whole last dance. We was last dance. Okay.
He brought me on. He's like, "Shar, you need to hoop with the squad, bro. You and Captain Rinsberg. Remember Captain Rinsberg?
Oh, that dude, man. Hey, you know what? Not right now. Not this show. Rashard, not this show. We'll get into that. Okay, so let's jump into the NBA, guys. All right. Let's talk about number one. Let's talk about the trades. All right. Now, we got to get to, and we're going to get to what everybody wants us to hear, or everybody wants us to talk about. But we're going to go kind of break down the trades from January 3rd, and we're going to go pretty much all to the, I think it was February 10th was the trade deadline. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna look at the trades from January 3rd, okay, to February 10th. All right, that was the trade deadline. All right, now I'm gonna hit on all of them. All right, now I want to get y'all thoughts on these things. Okay. So Okay, so Lakers had made a trade. It was a three-team trade. It was between the Lakers, the Cavs, and the Knicks. All right. Now on January 3rd, Lakers traded away Rondo. All right. Cavs got Rondo. Lakers got draft rights to Lewis somebody. I don't know how to pronounce that name. I don't want to butcher his name.
Gotcha.
I'm not in a position. We ain't that big to where I can just butcher people's names. So I'm not even going. I'm not going to do that dude's name like that. But the Lakers got the draft rights to a player from I want to say the Cavs, and then the Knicks got Denzel Valentine, who I did not realize he was still in. And they got draft rights to a couple players and cash considerations. Okay. Guys, I'm gonna ask you a question. First of all, what is your thoughts on the Lakers roster as a whole right now? Okay,
10 years
Josh,
ago,
hand up
they'd have
first.
been cold. 10 years ago, they'd have been cold as hell, man. I love Melo. Come on, man. Westbrook was the dude. LeBron is LeBron. I don't care what people think about LeBron. Stop comparing this dude to Mike. God damn. Bro, they got some Anthony Davis. I'm a Kentucky fan, so I'm always like anybody Kentucky, no matter what. Bro, are you serious right now? How y'all can't? How, bro, if me, you, and Jay and Ant was to go to the court right now and pick up one random MF, I mean my friend when I say MF, we're going to win. How you got all these clowns on this goddamn squad, bro? That's why, buddy, to be clowning them on Instagram, hilarious. Hilarious, bro. You can't, bro. Do you not realize the Cavs have the fourth best team in the East? Bro, like, what are y'all doing? Like, bro, how you got hurt there? I love it. Rondo, he had to get out of there, man, because Rondo was gonna be a problem, bro, because his temperament, you know what I'm saying? He tries to really hold it in, but Rondo was gonna say something to Westbrook. David, he was gonna say something, bro. Rondo going to the Cavs, look where they at, man. They really balling, bro. I just don't think the Lakers, and I think the Lakers are really scoreboard watching right now. Like, I'm the Clipper fan, so I can't really talk about them, but really, this is what y'all doing?
It's not. We don't like getting the Clippers. Jay, what you got? Come on, hit me.
It's real simple, man. The Lakers are bad. They're a bad basketball team. They nothing really to talk about, man. They look like they look like a 2015 All-Star team, man. They're not good. So they can't. AD can't stay healthy. LeBron got to play 45 minutes in year 20. Carmelo, when Carmelo is your leading 3-point shooter, come on, man, get these guys out of here. Like, I don't even know why they on all these big networks. Like, obviously I know why, because of LeBron, but they're not good. Like, even Vegas still got them in the top 10 odds of winning the championship. They might not even get in the playing game. Like,
they're like a
ain't nothing to talk about. Exactly. I'm happy that Rondo got out of there. Like, because he would have just sat there and been mad. He probably would have ended up getting into a fight with somebody if he'd have stayed there.
He would. Westbrook. Yes.
Yeah. So
it's funny. Like, Jay saying that.
Who did Rondo almost get into it when he went and met that boy at the bus? Y'all know what I'm talking about. In the tunnel, the team was visiting.
I remember.
I remember what you're talking
about. I know what you're talking about.
He was with the Celtics at the time. He went like, man, I'm about to go get this cat. I'm like, ooh, boy, he's different.
But you know what? Jay saying that, you saying that too. Like, I love Rondo when you know what I'm saying? And I'm like everybody, we talked about the previous segment. I'm a, New England fan. I'm a Boston fan in general. Okay, so with New England, with the Celtics, you know what I'm saying, the Red Sox, I just love that atmosphere up there, and then Rashard knows he and I served together up at Fort Drum, New York, You know what I'm saying? And Boston wasn't much but of a hop skipping away from where we were at. I was able to go to quite a few there, and it's kind of built onto my love for the city and everything that produced out there. But I was when somebody told me like, oh hey, they're about to trade Rondo to the Cavs. I was like, oh, outstanding! I'm so happy for him. He has a chance to do something because the Lakers ain't doing nothing.
Exactly.
Okay,
and I hated him at Kentucky. And I hated him at Kentucky.
I know
I'm like,
but it is
this fucking guy.
It is.
Come on,
it is. But what I'm saying is, I was happy for him to get out of there. Okay, now we're gonna move on. Now here's one of my first surprise trades. Okay. Now I want to get you guys' thoughts. All right. We're going to because a trade for Jazz, and Thunder, Oni. He's whatever. Okay, but what I'm looking at is the Hawks trade with the New York Knicks is what I really want to talk about right now. Because the Hawks traded away. No, listen. The Hawks traded away Cam Reddish. I'm not worried about Solomon Hill. Cam Reddish for Kevin Knox, which pairs Reddish back with RJ Barrett. Now, that's my first surprise. I didn't think they were going to do that, or that was even on the trade. But the next one coming up, I was really surprised about. So, Jay, we're going to start with you this time. What are your thoughts on that trade? And when I say your thoughts on that trade, what do you think the Knicks look like moving forward?
Hashtag free Cam Reddish. That's what I think about this trade. Free Cam Reddish. Free Cam Reddish. Free Cam Reddish. Free Cam Reddish.
Throw the fist up, brothers. Throw the fist up.
Listen, playing for Tibbs, he will not get in the game. Tibbs is old school, hard-headed. He don't care. He like, oh, he ain't been here as long as everybody else. He ain't mopped the floor or the practice facility. He ain't cleaned the locker room. He don't get playing time. So free Cam Reddish, man. Get him on a team that's actually good, that have a chance of playing in the playoffs. I'd rather him go to Indiana since they lost. We'll probably get into it because they lost LeVert. If you slide Cam Reddish in there. They lost a bonus too, but they lost Karis LeVert to the Cavs, so we might get into both of those. I'm probably jumping ahead.
Stop jumping ahead.
But
stop jumping ahead, sir.
Cam, free Cam Reddish. That's all I got to say about this trade.
Hey, I got nothing to add.
Rashard, what you got?
Nothing. I don't know. Nope, I got nothing.
To add there?
Nah, I listen to a New York sports station I listen to a New York sports station every day. I drive to work. I listen to Houston for about 15, 20 minutes, and then I switch to New York. The callers are like, why do we even have this dude if Tibbs ain't even going to play this cat? He got favorites. You waiting on Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose for what? This month? Oh, y'all look, I ain't going to cuss.
He got 17.
Y'all was ahead in the playoff game when Rose got hurt. Why was he in the game? Now you waiting on Rose to come back for New York. Bro, you screw. Why did you get Reddish? If you didn't want him, don't get him. You the head coach.
You got 17.
They screwing that cat.
You got 17 and a half points per game and almost 40% 3-point shooter sitting on your bench. Free Cam Reddish.
Cam is. I promise you, when he get out of that New York system, and when he does go back to the Garden, I'll pray to God we still doing this show. That boy is gonna, bruh. Hey, and I hope he look at his coach like I did my high school coach when I went back and played against them. I hope he look at him every time he scores. Just look at the bench.
Okay. We're gonna move on. Now, here's one of my first surprises when I talk about trades. Okay, I want to look at the Nuggets three-team deal between the Nuggets, the Celtics, and the Spurs. Okay, we're gonna look at that one right now. Now, here's what got me. Browns went to the Nuggets. Bobo and PJ Dozier went to the Celtics. Okay, the Spurs got Hernandez, a future second-round pick, and cash considerations. Now, here's where I say this is my first surprise. Bobo. Now, for those who don't know, okay, I've been coaching for a while. I coached a traveling team that went to Kansas City. We played against a team. One of the players that was on that team at 16 years old, at 6'11" was Bobo. At 16 years old. All right. Now, in this game, this is when I knew, number one, I mean, I forget the fact that he walked in the gym and he was 6'11" at 16 years old. And I had 16 years old. And the tallest player I had 16 years old was 6'4". Okay, that's number one. My tallest player, 16 years old, was 6'4". They brought a 6'10", 6'11" dude in. And then I looked at him, I was like, I know that kid from somewhere. It's freaking Bobo. Okay, so that's number one. The second thing was, right after halftime, 3 seconds on the clock, he takes 2 steps from the timeline to pass the 3-point line. I'll say 2 to 3 steps. Did a between the legs 60 windmill and dunked the ball to end the half.
Damn.
Whoo! Yes. And that was like the biggest highlight for me. Now, he was shooting threes on us the whole game. I didn't really care about that. But when he did that, I was like, oh, Lord, baby Jesus. Okay, so my biggest problem was I never thought the Denver Nuggets actually utilized him. Now, you're bringing him into a situation in Boston. You got basically your 2 main players are Jaylen Brown and my boy, Jason Tatum. Okay, those are the main 3 players. Your glue guy is Marcus Smart. Now, he's coming to a situation where if they, and I do believe with Danny Ainge being there, I think if they hold true to what they're doing, he actually becomes a huge centerpiece to this team. Okay, this is why I'm surprised. Denver giving up on him to give him to the Celtics. Okay, now looking at this trade, what are your thoughts on this trade? We're gonna start with Jay. Jay, hit me with it.
This trade, I guess we can talk about all 3 teams real quick, why they did it. The Nuggets want to get more shooting. They're waiting on Jamal Murray to get back from his injury. He should be good second half of the season, probably going in the playoffs. Bryn Forbes will give them shooting. He'll spot up shooter everywhere he goes since he was at Michigan State. So that's why they wanted him. They didn't have any room for Bobo. The way they play, he'll clog the middle. He wasn't giving them what they was actually expecting him to give. PJ Dozier is just another piece to fill up cap space. Herman Gomez, I remember him in New York. He was a decent player, but the Spurs trying to rebuild, so they want the cash and they want the draft picks. So it all made sense. All the money made sense with all 3 teams.
Now, I love it.
Is
I
Bo?
love it as
Bo?
a Celtics fan. I love it because I think Bobo, if he's really developed right, could be that player at his size at 7'2" right now. At his
Something like
size,
that, yeah.
the skills that he has. I mean, he can run at 7'2". He can almost damn near run the point. You know what I'm saying? I mean, his skill.
Tim,
his shooting, his dribbling,
why is
everything else
nobody?
is great. What do you got, Rashard?
Why is nobody giving this? Is he coming off an injury or something, y'all? Why is nobody really giving this cat? Like, can we see if he makes it or not? Like my boy, my 2 guard in high school coached him at Oregon. I don't get why this cat is not really getting a chance. To me, I don't think he's getting a chance. To me, this is like he out there, he minute son, woo, all that, but nobody's throwing this boy in the fire, man. Like, put 7'1", 7'2".
Rashard, I'm gonna say this, and then I want you to answer this. Okay. To me, look outside looking in. Okay. Number one, I look at it from two perspectives, as a coach and as a fan of the organization. Okay. And 3. I'm sorry, 3. As a fan, a coach, and seeing talent. Okay, that's three different things, three different phases. Okay, Bobo is a skilled player. Now, here's the thing: is you got to look at it from a coaching. And there's not a lot of coaches that are in the league right now, in the NBA league right now, that actually coach skilled players. Okay, they look at him saying he's 7'1", 7'2". He fits a certain criteria because they still think there's still the old mind of he's 7'2". He needs to be down in the block. He needs to be just controlling the paint. He needs to be doing this, and that. So they look at that and they look at his size, thinking he's so skinny that he can't do all that stuff. Me thinking he's 7'2".
And Bowl the rebound. Bowl got a chance to start two games with the Gary Harris absence.
Why don't I
Here he comes, and there he
what
goes.
my thinking is, as far as an offense, I'm going to move him out to a different position. Guess what? At 7'2", if I move him to the small forward, because I know he can shoot the three, I know he can handle the ball. If I move him to the small forward, who are you going to put on him? You gonna put a
Holy
center
Moses
on?
right here. He thought about getting in that picture.
He can blow by him.
He said
he playing small forward. We're gonna put an actual small forward on. Who's the tallest small forward you know right now? Jamal. Who's the tallest small forward you know right now?
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant. To try to lie all he wants to. I'm only 6'9", 6'10". I'm 6'9". Shut up, Kevin. I don't like you like that.
That's better than throwing it away.
He's 7'12".
That boy said 7'12".
KD and Giannis are the biggest small forwards in the game right now.
If you're talking about height-wise, I would still, even right now, probably, maybe take Bobo. Because you know why? Younger.
Over what? Bobo over what? Hold
on. Bobo's 20 what? Actually, is he younger?
Who you putting him over? Hold on.
No. I understand that. You'll take Bobo over what?
No, I'm talking about as far as me looking as a coach, developing for long term. Now, right now, if I'm saying, hey, I want to win the championship right now, I'm gonna be honest. I love Giannis. Kevin Durant is my first pick. Now, the reason why Kevin Durant has a complete game as far as inside outside, Giannis is a freaking beast. Giannis is a beast. He's a freaking nature.
Why is Bobo in the same sentence with Giannis and KD?
Because I'm looking at black NBA players. No. I'm looking at development versus age. Because I have more
Giannis
time
27
with him. Yeah.
Giannis 27.
Bobo's what, 21?
Okay.
Bobo's 21.
I don't know, but
Anthony
Giannis just entered. Giannis just entered his prime.
He's entering his prime. So, but here's the thing. Bobo has not been coached at his level. He's not been coached at his level.
He needs more time. He needs more time.
Giannis, I can win championships. When you think about that as an organization, yeah, we want more championships now. I don't anybody that can even remotely hang with Giannis. I love
Timothy
LeBron.
Bayless.
Listen. I love LeBron. I love KD. I don't think I personally I think Giannis is the best. Can anybody agree with me with that right now?
Say that again.
I think
Timothy
Giannis
Bayless
is the best player in the NBA right now.
No.
Okay, Jay, that's what I'm looking for. You guys are the best player in the NBA right now.
Go to the next segment.
No, who you got, Jay?
All things equal, obviously health matters, right?
Right.
Kevin Durant is the best basketball player on earth. It's not even close.
Kevin Durant can stop Giannis.
On planet Earth.
Yes.
It's not even close.
You're saying Kevin Durant can stop Giannis?
Giannis ain't gonna do nothing but try to run people over like LeBron. And LeBron tried to do the same shit to Giannis last week, and this shit didn't work. Bro, Jay is right.
So you're
Bruh.
okay.
KD is still Giannis in a one-on-one. Let's go one-on-one. Let's go one-on-one. Damn your team. Damn your team. Let's go one-on-one.
Now,
KD will rake that cat.
Okay, listen. I need to use that word. Kevin Durant can outshoot Giannis any day. Kevin Durant can outshoot Giannis any day. But can Kevin Durant stop Giannis in the post? Kevin Durant is a phenomenal defender. Kevin Durant is nowhere near the strength level as Giannis.
You're gonna bull. He's gonna bulldoze.
Wait. Giannis right now to me is an in-between version of Kevin Durant and LeBron James. He's not a three-point shooter. He's not a three-point shooter. He's not one of those dudes. He's not one of those dudes who's gonna freaking stop just shoot outside with you. Neither is LeBron James though. Now Kevin Durant can shoot outside. He can go take you to town in the post. However, he's still not as strong as Giannis.
Listen, I'm gonna make 2 points, and then I'm gonna make 2 points. Then I'm gonna let Rashard get you. Okay. So point number one. KD can do everything Giannis can do.
I want you to pull up the record last year between the Brooklyn Nets and the Milwaukee Bucks. Go ahead and do. Go ahead, Jay.
So that's two different arguments. You're asking who's the better player or who has the better team. There's two different arguments. So I'm gonna get back to what I was saying. Kevin Durant can do everything Giannis can do. Giannis cannot do everything Kevin Durant can do. Number one. Number two, at the end of the series that they won when Kevin Durant dragged them to Game 7, at the end of the series, Giannis still said he's the best player in the world. There's no way anybody can stop him. So why I'm not going to argue with anybody if the guy you debating for is telling you that he better. Rashard, get him.
Go ahead, please.
Kevin Durant is a monster, bruh. Okay, this is what my thing is.
100% agree.
Damn the teams, 1-on-1 check ball. Okay, so Giannis is just gonna bulldoze his cat. Let's put a real referee on him. Like, okay, I'm standing my ground, bro. Kevin Durant, same height, damn near taller than this boy. He will kill this cat, bro. Giannis's footwork ain't they. You don't never hear them talk about footwork unless you hear Embiid, right? You know, Giannis is just he lifts weights and he's a bulldozer, and that's what he does. He realized that's the only way he's really, really, really gonna do something. He can't shoot better than Embiid, and I know we're not talking about Embiid, we're talking about KD, bro. Mm-hmm. Nobody's impressed with Giannis, and that's why I think this is a topic I definitely want to pull up. He's not from the States. Don't nobody give a shit about this cat. You don't want to work out with LeBron. LeBron wants to work out with you. KD wants to work. Cats have reached out to this cat to work out. No. I just want, that's great. You and two of your brothers in the league. Whatever. They in the league because of you, bro. You. We can't even name these other two cats. One dude was in a dunk contest with him or skills or something yesterday. Like, I'd rather watch Lifetime. Bro, Giannis can't do nothing with KD, bro. He can't. I'm not. Everything Jay said. Everything.
I appreciate both of y'all. What y'all said. Rashard, I don't think you understand what you just did. Giannis is not trying to reach out to anybody.
Nobody.
Giannis is not trying to reach out to anybody. Giannis realizes how good he is. Number one, he realizes no one can do what he does. Number two, he realizes if I really want to be considered one of the best, I got to do it my way. That's the number. That stands out to me. That stands out to me big time. Because the thing is he has improved. Listen, he's improved his shooting. Now he knows I'm a power forward. I don't have to really shoot, but I do know I have to shoot good enough to where now I have to keep the defense honest. Jay, you played for me. You played for me. What is the number one thing I've always said? Become a scoring option. Keep the defense honest. If you can keep the defense honest, they can't guard you straight up.
Bro, I'm not worried about Giannis.
They have to try to scheme. And here's the thing is, listen. This is the reason why they won. Because number one, Giannis, you can't just guard him straight up. You have to scheme something. And if you have to scheme something for him, guess what? You leave all the shooters open. They have great shooters. Their whole team is full of great shooters. Their whole team is full of guys who make great decisions. Now, here's the problem with Brooklyn. Their team is not full of great decisions or great shooters. They do not have the type of personnel that make those type. What?
No, because I know it's a delay. That's why I keep cutting. I know it's a delay.
No, you're good. You're good.
Giannis's thing is when you look in the league, physical wise, body stature, and you gotta want to play defense. You know what I'm saying? I love playing defense. I don't give a shit about scoring.
Yeah.
I can jump over motherfuckers up. Whatever. Play defense.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm waiting because physical stature. There's one final dagger I'm gonna hit both of y'all with. Go ahead.
The physical stature. No, because if he's freight training everybody like LeBron's been doing in X amount of years when he was at Cleveland, no, there's nobody that can. Are the referees really going to make it? You know what I'm saying? But if you get somebody, you get a Gary Payton mindset, watch me fuck you up, with a LeBron build to guard Giannis, Spit's going to average 15 points a game. This motherfucker ain't clocking out. He not. Bro, you know where you going to get the points from? Yeah, 1, 2. Yeah, you're going to shoot them fucking free throws, bro.
We're going to take a break.
That's what you're going to do, bitch. You ain't about to score this break.
But before we take a break, I'm going to hit you both with this. Answer question for me. KD had a chance to lead himself in OKC and in Brooklyn because Kyrie was hurt. What did he do? What did the team do? With no other superstars, what did they do? Nothing. Kyrie had the opportunity as well. What did he do? Nothing.
He's weird.
LeBron has done it. LeBron has done it. Okay? He has done it. But Giannis, most definitely, with no other superstar, we're talking about on his level. Middleton is a great player. He's a great shooter. The other players that had around him, great players, great shooters. I get that. But when you talk about the whole thing in totality, KD has not done it.
So Giannis is the Danny Manning of the NBA?
No. Danny Manning, what? Love Danny Manning. I'm a KU guy.
Danny Manning and the Miracles.
That's what you're telling us right now. That's what you're telling us. We can't name a motherfucker on Danny Manning's Kansas team. We can't name nobody on Kansas' team but Danny Manning.
You talking college? We ain't even got to the college program yet.
Bro, that's what I'm talking about. That's what you're telling us. He's the Danny Manning of the NBA.
I'm talking about NBA. NBA is completely different. NBA is completely different from college. You can have one great player, and that great player leads you to an NCAA championship. That's completely different. NBA, you got a whole roster full of people that were college champions or great players in college. That doesn't mean a thing to me. I'm talking about when you talk NBA. When you talk about NBA, talk about who wins the games. It's not coaching. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah, somebody can say I'm a great coach. I don't think I'm a great coach. I honestly don't. I do not think I'm a great coach. I've had great players that have made me look good. And I'm quick to defer to my players. Hey, my players, they did a great job. They executed. They did a great job. They made me look good, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Players make the game, okay? Players make the plays. Players win the games. If you're a coach that tries to say you're a great coach, you're an idiot, number one, first and foremost. But what I'm saying is, look at the player. When given that opportunity to be the number one leader on the team, when you talk about Giannis, when you talk about KD, when they had the opportunity to be the leader on the team, where they were the leader, because you can throw out the Golden State championships with KD. He was not the leader on that team. That team was Steph Curry.
Yeah.
So you're telling me KD was better player, better.
Bro,
better
you act like KD was. You act like KD was
You're missing what I'm saying. You're missing what I'm saying. You're missing what I'm saying. Whose team
like he was John Sally. You act like KD was John Sally. What I'm saying. With the Lakers.
Whose team was it? Whose team was it? Whose team was it?
Team was what? Golden State?
Golden State.
It was Steph Curry's team, but who was the best player on the team?
Kevin Durant.
Guess what? What happened in Miami?
You're not answering the question.
What happened?
I answered your question. Steph Curry was the leader of the team. Who was the best player on the team?
Okay. Put it this way. You know what?
No.
Answer the question.
No.
Answer the question.
I agree with
Answer the
I'm
question.
saying that. I agree with that.
No,
why?
You're not answering it.
KD got hurt.
I don't hear your answer.
I did.
Your voice. Here,
I
we
don't
need to
hear
hear that name.
He was the best player on the team.
Can we hear a name?
Best player on the team. But I asked you the question, who was the leader of the team?
Steph Curry.
No, that's not what Jay asked you.
Who? No.
I answered your question. Steph was the leader. And who was the best player on that team?
Best player, yes, was KD. Guess what? Jay, you played on how many teams you play on, Jay? I would tell you right now.
Can't even count.
On the team that I coached you, the team I coached you, you were my leader. Who do you think was the best player on that team?
The best overall player was probably Jay Mitch.
There you go. I don't give a damn about who's the best player on the team. Who leads the team?
But
the team is going.
Again,
go ahead.
That's two different arguments. Our argument was you said Giannis was a better player than Kevin Durant. Now you're talking about whose team was better and who was the leader of the team. So I'll answer your question with this. Last year in the playoffs, if you give KD Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday, and you give Giannis Blake Griffin and Joe Harris, who wins that series? Answer the question. Who wins that series?
Don't even stall. Don't stall.
Who wins the series?
KD still the king. Don't stall.
Does that even go seven? Does that series even go 7 games? Would that even go 7 games?
Leadership. It goes back to leadership.
No.
So you're saying leadership has nothing to play with it? Has nothing to do with it?
No, that's not his argument.
Is it all
that's
about
not my argument
leadership at all? So you're saying, okay, just
that's
because
not,
you replaced 2 players.
Listen, that's not the point I'm making. The original argument was about who's the 2 better players. You turned it into a team argument. And I'm saying that's 2 different arguments. If you want to have the team argument, we'll do that. But we're talking about who's the better individual player. That's it. And we said KD. Your case for Giannis is all about his team.
Okay, so
it's not about his individual skill set.
Okay. So you're saying it was just the fact that we're replacing players, the same 2 great players we're saying, KD and Giannis, we're just replacing 2 players on their team. So now the argument doesn't cover who's the best player. It just covers who has the better players on their team.
It's still KD.
Hey,
boy, like
Jay just said,
you put Middleton and Holiday with Kate. Boy, are you serious?
That series is over in 5.
So you're saying Holiday. So you're saying Holiday and Middleton. You're saying Holiday and Middleton are better than Kyrie and Harden.
They didn't play in that series.
We're not gonna get into the weird cat. Harden, he fat, so this is relevant. Bruh.
Okay,
they didn't play in that series.
Jay brought up a great point. Right. They didn't play. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Cool. I'm saying KD's team, the team that was active against.
Okay, so if we're gonna go
they were up 2-0.
If we're saying
they were up 2-0 and they were up 2-0 and they beat them. They were up 2-0 when everybody was there, and in game 2 they beat them by damn near 40, and then everybody got hurt, and it went to 7. My point is, with the rest of the team, what was left of the Nets that KD had, if you just swap the other 2 best players for Giannis' 2 best players, it's not even close. My point is this. The skill set that Kevin Durant has is unmatched in the NBA. And NBA players say it. It don't matter what we say. The players that play against him for years say that he is unmatched. So
I agree.
It don't matter.
But we all know one player don't win the game. One player does
That's
not
a
win the
different
championship.
argument. Okay, correct. That's a
That's a
different
team.
argument.
We're talking team.
That's
We're
what I'm
talking
saying.
players.
Okay,
Okay.
and I'm with y'all. I'm with y'all. Listen, I'm not.
Okay.
This part I'm not debating with you guys. I'm not. What I'm doing is playing devil's
Giannis.
advocate because this gets into a whole nother debate and talk when we talk about the greatest players that have ever played the game. Because it's like, what are you basing their championships? What do you think? What are you basing what their accomplishments are on? For what are you talking about? It's
sure. When you get to
this is a debate. This is a debate that there's so many different levels to it. It's one of those things where I'm just hitting y'all with questions like, okay, you saying he's a great player? Cool. All right, cool. So if he's such a great player, why hasn't he won?
When you get the great players, you just basically splitting hairs. You're splitting hairs when you get the great players. We get that.
Guess what? That's what everybody does. They split hairs when it comes to this stuff. You can talk about about MJ. You can talk about LeBron James. Split hairs all you want. I'm just saying.
That's a whole.
Everybody does that.
That's a whole afro. He a whole afro.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. That's like from bald headed to afro-ness. like that's going
ball. That's a bald head to dread.
Yeah, that's like going from MJ to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar when he first came in, when he was still cash. You know what I'm saying? When he was he had the big fro, and all of a sudden he went down to the ball head. That's you right, 100%. Like I said, I don't want you guys to think I'm just saying, oh, that's wrong. No, I'm talking about all these other fools.
You wanted to call him Cassius Clay. It's Lou Alcindor, sir.
Lou Alcindor, you're right. I'm getting Cassius Clay. I'm talking about Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, you wanted to go Cassius Clay.
Anyways, okay, so check it out. Check it out. We're gonna take a break real quick. All right, we gotta pay some bills. You know what I'm saying? So y'all please stay tuned because we still got a whole heck of a lot of show to still talk about. Right back with Hey Coach. All right, hey, we're back with Hey Coach, Coach Tim Simpson, Coach Rashard Collins, and Coach Jamal Mundane. Guys, let's get right back into it. I want to talk about the obvious trade that everybody was talking about. Philadelphia and the Brooklyn Nets. Okay. Brooklyn Nets get Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, a 2022 first-round pick, a 2027 first-round pick. Now, 76ers get James Harden and Paul Millsap. On the surface.
Why 5 years between the two picks? Okay, my phone cut you off. God damn, 2022 and 2027. What the fuck? Who made that dope deal?
Jay.
All right, my bad.
Rashard, you shut up. Jay, in your opinion, on the surface, who won this trade?
On the surface, so we're talking about today, it looks like the Sixers won the trade because we don't know Kyrie's situation with COVID. We don't know if the city's going to open up and let him finally play games. I personally think they should have been letting him play home games and take the fines anyway. It was only going to add up to like $60,000 in fines. Well worth it.
Right.
But that's another story. But on the surface, he's not playing home games. KD ain't coming back till after All-Star break. And Harden and them are ready to win now. So it looks like them on the surface. But I personally think that Brooklyn won this trade. They got a shooter to replace Joe Harris. They got Ben Simmons, who, once he gets his mind right, he'll be ready for playoff time. Everybody forgets how good of a player he was defensively. He takes pressure off of KD, guarding the best players. He can pass the ball. He's a killer in transition. Like, he can erase any point guard on the other team. We all saw what he did to Trae Young in the playoffs. Andre Drummond, another big man that can back up and take some pressure off of LaMarcus Aldridge. They got another rebounder, somebody that can bang. Another person that can bang with Milwaukee. That's the reason they wanted them. And then they probably won't use these two picks because they're going to be later in the draft anyway. They can probably parlay those into another player. But that's where I'm at with it. I think the Nets won the trade. On the surface, everybody going to look at it and say, oh, they got James Harden with Embiid. But honestly, I don't know if that's going to work out. So I'll go with the Nets.
All right, Rashard, what you got with this?
All right, Ant, you got the sensor, you got the button to, like, when I start cursing, you got the bleeps, bro. Jay was right. It's Brooklyn. It's Brooklyn. But the point that I got to bring up, if y'all think Kyrie about to watch goddamn Ben Simmons bring the fucking ball up, he not doing it. And get the dump button. I don't know what you got to do with your little thing, because I'm about to curse. If y'all think Kyrie about to sit here and watch this motherfucker bring the ball up the court, he's not, bro. He's not. Kyrie's not JJ Redick. Kyrie is a point guard. Ben Simmons, all right, damn your mental. First of all, you make too goddamn much money. People do have mental issues. I do get that. I drive to work every day. I work at the post office. I hate my job. Bitch, if I could go play basketball every day, I don't give a damn how many shots I miss. I'm going to miss them. Shoot the goddamn ball. They hid your ass in Australia. Oh, I couldn't wait for this segment. They hid your ass in Australia. Didn't nobody know at LSU you couldn't fucking shoot, bro? Because you know what? They compared you to Magic, Steve Smith, and fucking Penny Hardaway. They compared you to that. So all you doing is facilitating 6'9", 6'10", dishing the rock. You get to the free throw line, you miss something. LSU didn't do shit while he was there. Nothing. You get your ass to the NBA, now you're going to get exposed. You are under the basket as an NBA player, and you pass this shit off to somebody who's about to get fouled. What the hell are you doing? Now, your mindset, you done set out. You ain't got about like 20 more games left in the season. You're at Brooklyn. Bro, get on defense, dog. We'll hit you with the slash pass. Kyrie will hit, boom, you shoot the little layup. Make the dunk. If you got to shoot one free throw, if you make it, you miss it. I get it. Harden. Come on, bro. Like we know you good. If I'm Embiid, tomorrow I'm going to the commissioner. Like, yo, can I get my MVP now? Because this raggedy motherfucker gonna start shooting the ball, doing what the hell he want to do. I ain't gonna get, dog, my MVP about to be jeopardized. Fucking hard. And I'm done. I had nothing to add to that segment. I had nothing to add. But Harden gonna fuck that boy whole MVP shit up, bro.
Okay, so what I'm gonna say is this before I get into my little spill, which will be very short. There is no button, Rashard, to put for this. Luckily, it's on YouTube. It'll be on YouTube and Facebook, so there's like nobody. No filter. So we might have to be time or HBO. Or XM.
Anthony,
so
my fault, bro.
There is no button.
My fault.
It's okay. You know, it is what it is. Okay, no problem.
Got to be professional. Act like I'm in the classroom. Got it.
Is that I know, right? My only take on this is that I get what both of you guys are saying, and I agree with both of you. On the surface, like Jay said, you're looking at it, and you're thinking, maybe the 76ers won, maybe the Nets won. When I look at it, Ben Simmons, I've never said was a scrub. He's not a scrub. I said it in the very first show that we did, before we got everybody on. He's never been asked at any level that he's played at, until he got to the NBA to do all this extra stuff. He's a great passer. He's a great defender. He was never a great shooter. Never, ever never career a great shooter. Okay, so okay, what do you really want him to do? Here's the problem with that, because he has not been asked to do that. He got in that situation, and everybody's seen the tape. Jay said it, Reddit said it. Everybody's seen the tape. He had easy dunk, but what does he do? He been asked to do his entire career. Get to the position, hand the ball off. He did exactly what he's been coached to do. Now, I agree with you. That's, bro, at some point in time, you got to say, hey, I'm going to get mine. As a coach, as a head coach, my first thing is I have certain players that I put in place. You need to be somewhat selfish. Okay? Now, don't let your selfishness cost the team. But when you're in a situation like that, Ben Simmons, Why are you at 6'10", 6'11", not dunking over a 5'11" dude? There's no excuse for that. Okay, Australia, but you know what? Everything in Australia can kill you. So, but my thing is this. But I don't care if he's from the States. He's never been coached that way.
That's what I'm saying.
He's never been coached that way. So that's what I'm saying. It has nothing to do with him being from the States or not. He's never been coached that way. Okay? So we're going to move on. We're going to move on. All right. Okay, so guys, my question is this. Who's your MVP winner, or moving forward, who do you think is a front runner for the MVP right now in the NBA? Rashard, we're going to go.
I got two. I'm just going to say the names. Curry or DeRozan. I'm done.
Okay.
DeRozan balling. But the Bulls are getting it in. I'm not a Bulls fan. The Bulls are getting it in. Jay, you should appreciate that. You might not. I know you a Bull. Bro, the Bulls? What? Bro, I don't even watch these raggedy Clippers. I don't even watch them bums. Trash. Garbage.
Okay.
Bro,
so,
my boy from the job was like, yo, you check out the Bulls? I say, nah. I said, man, I think DeRozan's on there. Bruh, I will watch a Bulls game. Hey, am I a little silly at self? God damn, this dump button. We're going to have to work on this. Hey, Jay, I be trying to go to WGN. Boy, you know damn well WGN ain't hosting no damn Bulls games, TNT or ESPN. Bruh, the Bulls, I didn't even grow up a Bulls fan. I grew up in Illinois. I was a Seattle Supersonics fan.
Okay.
Sean Kemp.
All right. Jay, who do you got? Who do you got for your MVP candidate?
Mid-season MVP, it's got to be DeMar DeRozan, right? All the injuries the Bulls had all year, with Lonzo out, Levine in and out, Caruso out, the headband, he out. DeMar DeRozan been holding it down. We tied for the number one seed in the East with Milwaukee, with Brooklyn, with Embiid in Philly, Miami. We tied for the 1 seed. He just broke a record. He just broke one of Will Chamberlain records. 7 straight games, 35+ points, shooting over 50%. He don't shoot threes. He basically just broke the Da Vinci Code on these analytics. So mid-season MVP.
Hey, good call with broke the Da Vinci Code on it. Yeah, I didn't realize that till the other day. They was like, you realize he don't really shoot like threes. I'm like, how this boy getting all these points?
And I'll say this real quick with you guys. I agree 100%. To me, DeMar is my front runner because of what he does and who he is. He's never changed his game. And he knows I don't have to shoot threes to beat you. Okay? Yeah, I know. I understand. 3 is greater than 2. I get that. However, you have a greater percentage of making 2s than you do 3s.
So why do we not mention Steph?
I mean, well, Steph.
Think about it. Are we just bored? Are we just bored because he makes it so? Steph makes that shit look easy, y'all. I'm sorry, but my boy's brother played with his dad at Carolina, and he said, y'all don't realize Steph and Seth grew up shooting in the NBA arena. They didn't shoot outside on the goal, in the garage, in the so-and-so. Like, none of this isn't like why don't we mention Steph right now? Steph is balling. Clay coming to his own. Clay just needs to stay healthy.
Yeah.
And we're not even mentioning him. But DeRozan, I love the fact that we all three are like DeRozan. I'm like, that's dope, bro. That's dope right now.
And you sit there, and some people say, "Oh, why we're not mentioning?" Like you said, Rashard, we're not mentioning. Look at it. The Bulls are second in the East Conference, right? But so are the Golden State Warriors.
Something like that.
They moved to first.
They up there. First, that way. Yeah, the Bulls ain't there. They up there.
So the Bulls are in second. Golden State Warriors
no.
First.
The Bulls and the Heat are both tied at 38 and 21. Bulls and Heat. So they got the Heat. They got the Heat first. They got the Bulls second, but they both got the same record, 38 and 21.
Okay. So
the Heat got the tiebreaker.
So they're tied for first. Yeah, so they're tied for first.
So
okay. But like I said, you move back to the West, which everybody. I think across the nation, everybody would say the Western Conference is the toughest conference, right? Okay, so they're the second seed. Now I say across the nation. Now, me personally, I think it's a little bit more even as far as how we're running this thing.
I'll go with even.
But like I said, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not getting into it, because to me, whoever makes it out of each conference, you know what I'm saying? I don't care who it is. If you start, West is the best conference or the toughest conference, or the East is getting up there. I don't care. One of them has got to come out. Okay. My thing is I look for the best game. Okay. That's all I look for. Okay. We're gonna move forward. Okay. Now, this is kind of some messed up news that we got to talk about. But on Sunday, there was a game between Michigan and Wisconsin. It was a great game for all intents and purposes. It was really a great game from what I watched. But there was an incident that happened. Okay, Juwan Howard was going to 63. The speculation of what happened with what's going on with Michigan and Wisconsin, and there was a little issue with the Wisconsin head coach calling a timeout with 15 seconds to go in the game. Okay, now they were up by double digits at that point in time. Okay, now as a coach, okay, if I'm losing, I'm thinking, okay, why are you calling a timeout? Okay, you guys have already pretty much won the game. This is now okay. I get it. Now, Juwan Howard was upset about it, and I can agree with him about being upset about it. He tried to just shake his hand and move forward. He tried to just walk off the court and go on. Now, my only issue with, and there's just, well, I got a couple of issues. Juwan Howard's response. However, my first issue is with the Wisconsin head coach. Why would you stop him? Okay? If it was an issue, why not just reach out to him off channels? Okay? Why not just text him or call him and say this is that? Why stop him? Try to stop him, because Jay, you've played, Rashard, you've played, I've played. After the game, it's heated.
Just let me go.
Okay? It's a little heated.
Keep it moving.
Tempers are flared. You know what I'm saying? And my pride, I know this is important. Like for Juwan Howard, I know this is an important game for my school. I know it's an important game for my players.
Hey,
I don't want to talk to you.
I want Jay.
And you call a timeout with 15 seconds to go.
I want Jay to answer this. I want Jay to answer this, and I want Jay to. Jay, I'm gonna put pressure on you. I want Jay to say what I think he's gonna say about the whole situation. I put pressure on you, brother. I'm sorry that I did, but I think I know where you're gonna go with this. I'm done talking, brother.
All right. So what's the question, Tim?
No. Oh, Tim, what's the question? Tim, what's the question? But I just want Jay to answer it like I know he's gonna answer it.
Okay. So my question is, who was wrong, first off and foremost, with the whole situation starting off to where it ended?
All right, so it's a bunch of different layers to this because I was a player. All right, I played college basketball. I've been in games like this. I've run into coaches like this on both sides. Right, you're the team that's winning. You want to try to stick it to them. It's a conference game. We know it's a big game. All right, so Greg Gard is the head coach for Wisconsin. He called 2 timeouts with 15 seconds left. He didn't call him to get his players in the game or nothing. It was almost like he was trying to stick it to Wisconsin.
Oh,
he
wow.
Called 2 timeouts.
I didn't know that.
So right off the rip, he was wrong. Like, what you calling timeouts for? The game is in hand. You can have one of your players intentionally foul. You got one of your players intentionally foul to stop the clock to get your players in, if that's the case, right? We all been in that situation. So he called the 2 timeouts. So Juwan Howard, he pissed off because he on the other side, like, dude, the game already over. What you prolonging this for? Like, this crazy, get this game over with. Now, Juwan trying to leave, he already mad. He visibly mad during the game. And Wisconsin Coach Guard can see that he's visibly mad. And this how you know. Everybody know when you wrong, you the first to apologize when you got caught for being wrong. So as they lining up and going across, Greg Gard trying to apologize to Juwan. Juwan like, man, I'm already mad. Just let me go to the locker room. I'll shake your hand because it's on TV and I'm out. He tried to stop Juwan. So Juwan snapped on him. I mean, Juwan is Southside. He's from Chicago, so a little bit of that CBS came out of him.
Thank you.
Came out of him. He like, bro, you already know I'm hot, so just let me through. And he continued to grab on him. And Juwan like, bro, get your hands off me. And all these other coaches trying to come in and be the hero. Juwan went off, swung, slapped the dude in the head, slapped the assistant coach in the head. Joe Cabenhoff is his name. Slapped him upside the head. You know, obviously he was wrong in the heat of the moment. In hindsight, Juwan for hitting somebody because he's going to take the brunt of this. You know they're going to try to pin it all on Juwan.
Oh, yeah.
But in the heat of the moment, man, like, just let him go. Like, why are you stopping me? I'm already pissed off at you for doing what you did in the game. You just trying to add insult to injury by grabbing me. So that's all I got to say. Greg Gard is the
Rashard, before you respond. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish what you're saying, Jay.
Greg Gard is the one to blame for this. Every action has a reaction, and his first action is what started all this.
Now, Rashard, before you respond, I will say this: they need to look at first of all what Coach said to Juwan Howard, to why he actually responded the way. Because Juwan Howard, they were trying to separate him and this and that, but he wasn't getting physical at that point in time. They were trying to, give some distance to where it wasn't an issue. But then all of a sudden that assistant coach comes in and you can see that he was actually saying something to Juwan Howard because he was looking right at Juwan Howard saying something. And then Juwan Howard responded to that. Okay. So I think the league needs to look at that. So that being said, Rashard, give me what you got to say.
All right. So I'm gonna give you this 15 seconds of the BS politically correct response. Juwan Howard, you're Fab Five. They didn't like y'all. The fact that you got the job to Michigan, amazing. Like, I can't wait to see, like, y'all win the Big Ten Conference and all y'all are there. Fake love or not, him and Jay, you know what I'm saying, Chris, woo, fake love or not. Jamal, answer my question. You from the South Side of Chicago, bro. That's back to the Super Bowl. We just saw gangsters and shit on the goddamn Super Bowl stage. This is Juwan Howard. Who the fuck y'all think I got? Bob Hurley? Who the fuck do y'all think y'all's coach is? Bro, it's gonna be if that ain't the realest shit I done said on the whole show, I don't know. Bro, y'all serious? You got fucking Juwan Howard from the Shy. Bro, y'all shitted on the five of these boys. 3 of them made it to the league. 4 of them made it to the league. I'm sorry. That's who your coach is. Your coach is real. Like, bro, I would send my nephew tomorrow. Like, boy, you better go play for him. This man done swung on somebody on national TV that could cost his whole. He got money, so it ain't gonna be his career. They ain't checking emails like Gruden. I always got to bring the Raiders into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, Tim, when you sit there to me, I'm looking like, Juwan Howard, what? Doesn't man pull this up? I'm looking like, I got no problem with it. Zero. I'm like, you already know where this cat's from. Now I'm about to get now, Tim. I'm about to get you weak. Watch Jay's face. When you hear the word Flintstones, what do you think of? Look at Jamal's face. Like from Flint, Michigan. All them niggas was gangsters. Yeah. Hey, and I'm about to get you weak. So me and Jay being from Illinois, you from Canada, I get it. Do y'all realize every time, and this is what I love about the Fab Five, and I'm sorry for going off topic and overboard, but this is what we do. Do y'all not realize, and Jay gonna realize, yeah, you're right. Do you not realize every time them boys shot free throws, it was gang signs?
Oh, yeah.
You got court in Chicago. Yeah. It was gang signs, bruh. Now, when you look at basketball games, and the cats are shaking. I don't know what they doing. I ain't from there. I'm from Illinois. I know what fucks and gang lords and motherfuckers. I know all that. MS6. I know all that shit. Latin Kings. I know all that. Yeah. Jay know it too. You got to wear your hat a certain way. You got to wear your hat a certain way when you grow up in Illinois, in Detroit. You got to. You can't go somewhere and have your shit cocked to the left or right, woo woo. And if it's back, it better be straight. Don't give a side.
Right.
When the boys from the Fab Five shook hands at the free throw line, it was gang signs. The world did not know that. If you're not from there, you did not know. I had no problem with Juwan swinging on Cat. Yeah, you the coach. I get it. Bad example, or is it?
Okay, listen. This is what I gotta say.
Let me be your
This
coach.
is what I gotta say.
You see where I got?
This is what I gotta say.
61866 The Box is my hometown. It's south of Chicago, baby, an hour south. Purposely. That's why I was late.
Hey, listen, I'm with you. All right, I know. Yeah, well, that's not why you was late. Anyways.
I'm not
gonna get in. We're gonna get in there. But okay, the reason. Okay, here's my take. Okay, and I'm a coach. Like I said, Jay's played for me. And Rashard, you and I play together. Rashard, you know, as a player, I ain't trying to hear none of that BS. You know what I'm saying? Come in if you want to. I got something for that. Okay, I got something for that. Jay knows I don't take a whole lot. Like, okay, first of all, as a coach, refs are not an equation when it comes to me as a coach. They're not as an equation. Okay, because they're not the ones that are going to decide the game. If we're not executing like we should be, if players not doing what they're supposed to be doing, the team lose the game. Okay, but at the same time, I'm not about to let a ref or another player or another coach from another team mess up my people. That's number one. Okay, now as far as this whole thing with Juwan Howard, number one, it's like I tell my players, like I tell any other kid I've ever coached, it's like I would tell my children. Number one, know who you're dealing with. Like you said, Rashard, where is he from? Bro, what do we know about his game? What do we know about his career, his whole career? Why are we challenging this dude? If he does not want to talk to you, let him go.
Leave me alone.
Text him later. Say, hey, bro. Hey, I'm sorry about, I understand this was an issue. I apologize. Let's talk offline. Why would you want to do that? He is visibly just like trying to shake your hand and move forward. He made no eye contact with that man before he got off the court. Before he was trying to move past him. He made zero eye contact. He can make zero eye contact. Let him go. Why are you doing that? That's his fault. Number one, I will say this, Juwan. I understand your reaction. Please stand. Juwan, I understand your reaction. At the same time, like some of the commentaries say, you're a leader of that squad. You're the man of that squad. You got to set an example. I get it. I understand both sides of the arguments, but once again, go back to my same argument. Know it. Okay? That's know who you doing. All right. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's the psychology of pushing someone initially into making a bad decision. And that's what happened with the Wisconsin coach. He pushed Juwan Howard into making a bad decision.
I mean, come on.
Juwan Howard was actually making the right decision when he first went to go shake his hand. He's making the right decision. I'm going to shake his hand. I'm going to keep moving.
I'm going to shake his hand. I'm going to keep it moving.
But he grabbed him. You see him. He grabbed him and said,
hemmed him up.
Juwan Howard was like, hey.
You got to think, Juwan, who did Juwan? No, never mind. Hey, next segment. Next week. Who did Juwan get? Right. No, write this down. Anthony, write this down. What coach did Juwan Howard get into it with last year? Y'all remember that?
So for the audience, if y'all know, Rashard said something about Anthony. Rashard said something about Anthony. Anthony's my brother. He's my older brother. About years.
Yeah, write that down.
And that's my brother, my biological brother, my blood brother. I love that man. Okay, he's our producer of the show. Anthony he's all this graphic stuff. That's him.
Doing it. Hey, I like the highlights though, Ed. I like the highlights. I had to stay focused.
A phenomenal job. We'll make sure we give a shout out to his company and his production company, everything he does. Okay, so listen, we got to move forward. Jay, we're gonna go to you first, Jay. Who is your Final Four pick? Who do you think are the four teams that are going to be in the Final Four, and then who do you think is going to win it?
Well, I'll be quick because we got to wrap up for the show. Final Four teams. It's going to be Gonzaga, Auburn, Duke, and Baylor.
Okay.
That'd be my Final Four.
So you got Gonzaga, Duke, Baylor, and who else?
Auburn.
Okay, Auburn. Yes. Okay. I'm not gonna argue with that. Rashard, who do you got?
I'm about to be the funny dude on the group. I got Vermont,
Oh boy,
Stony Brook, UMBC, and Birmingham.
That's the what's that? The D2?
I wasn't ready for that, bro. First of all, I wasn't ready for that. Don't come with me with that shit.
D2?
I mean, like, U of H is 14, bro. Like, Wisconsin's 15, Purdue's 5. Like, really, y'all got a Big Ten team winning nothing? Like, I don't know.
So for this segment, we're actually
the brother wasn't prepared for that question. Like, okay, let me show you my real.
So Anthony, for this segment, we're gonna go ahead and cut Jamal, or we're gonna go ahead and cut Rashard out this.
No, don't cut it.
Let's go ahead and put a two-person camera on myself.
Really ran off like 5 or 4 squats. Don't cut that out. Hey, Ant, don't listen to Tim. Don't cut that. I was real, bro. I literally, when Jay started naming squads, I'm looking like, hold the fuck, what? Bro, I had to grab. I'm like, hold on. No, don't cut that, bro. Keep all this
honestly,
shit.
First of all, I agree with Jay on this. I agree with Jay on this with his picks.
Jay, who'd you say, bro? Because once you said the first team, I'm like,
so he's got Auburn. Okay, he's got Auburn. He's got
Gonzaga, Auburn, Baylor, Duke.
Auburn, Gonzaga.
Yeah. Now, the thing about all those 4 squads he just named off.
How does the Gonzaga still have a sneaky squad, y'all? Like we really. But okay,
it's mainly because of where they're at.
That plays for Gonzaga.
Yeah.
None of us. Who live in the hood?
Yeah. So
I hear ambulance.
That's my fault. My bad.
Bro, but nobody knows who plays for Gonzaga. They got a nice squad, bro. Yeah. The coaching staff is.
But the thing is, they always produce. They always produce players that can play at the next level. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not surprised when it comes to Gonzaga. But yeah, like I said, I agree with Jay's picks because I think those will probably be the 4 teams that are going to be there. Now, is there going to be a surprise? Maybe. More than likely there is because that happens every freaking year. Okay, you can go ahead and build your freaking or your picks for the Final Four and the road to the Final Four, March Madness, whatever. And I'm guaranteed there's always going to be at least 1 to 2 teams that's going to bust that freaking roster. So it is what it is. Right. Okay, so
Purdue is number 5, bro. Like really, Purdue, number 5 in the nation.
Yeah, I know. Well, look, guys, we got to wrap this show up. All right, number 1, I want to thank. I want to thank Rashard. I want to thank Jamal. You guys have done an excellent job. Guys, this has been a great show doing this with you guys. Anthony, you've done a great job as well. Producer, we'll have all the links for the show and everything that's going on, even with Anthony's production crew and everything. Jamal, quick 5-second closing. And then we'll go to Rashard, and then we'll end the show.
It's a good time. First of many shows. Make sure you guys stay tuned. We're on every Wednesday night. Just be sure to check in. We'll be talking about everything from sports to culture to HBCU. Everything you want to hear, everything you haven't heard yet will come from us. Stay tuned.
Rashard. 5 seconds, and I'm not playing with you.
Enjoyed it, man. Woke up today really excited, being honest. Like, all right, cool. I'm like, this could be something big, man. HBCUs, I like that because my nephew plays at Johnson C. Smith in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I think their games are going to be on ESPN. I don't know if the regular one or one of them, but no, man, Tim, and I appreciate y'all, man. Loved it.
Yeah, that was 10 seconds.
You did a hell of a good job, baby. God damn, I'm
10 seconds. Okay, hey, everybody, I appreciate you guys joining us for this ride. Really appreciate it. You stay good to each other. put that Raiders stuff down. Stay good to each other. Stay good to yourself. But understand something. If you can't be good to yourself, you can't be good for anybody else. God bless y'all. Thank y'all for joining for this first episode of Hey Coach with Coach Tim Simpson, Paul Mundane, and Rashad Collins.
Yes, sir.